Yes, guys, welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV. Welcome back to another match preview straight off the international break. I can't lie, I'm excited. I've said from the start of the season, this is the run that I've got all eyes on. Everything before is an adjustment period. It's just developing an understanding with Maresca and the rest of the squad, seeing what position that we're at in all aspects of the pitch. I'm very optimistic about where we are right now at this point in the season. But everything leads up to this. Everything leads up to the next 4 games that we have coming up, because it is too early to say make or break in terms of season deciders, but it is going to be the perfect barometer for us to figure out where we are as a football club. Are we able to look just at top 4? Are we going to find out a couple of areas of the squad's been exposed? Can we even be shameless and maybe look a little bit higher than 4th? We're going to have a much better idea by the end of these next 4 match days. And I look forward to the next international break, just because God knows where we're going to be at that point. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. But for the first time in ages, I'm optimistic about where Chelsea's at. It's a very refreshing feeling to have. I hope a lot of you are feeling the same way. But we've got the first game, and probably the most difficult one of the lot coming up. It's Anfield away. Liverpool versus Chelsea. It's a place that we have 1 win at in the last 9 years, and that wasn't even with fans. So I don't even know if that truly counts or not. But let's make a difference in this game. Shout out to Kev. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everything's been good. Hope you've enjoyed the break.
Yeah, some time away from football. I didn't even watch the international stuff. Just no interest in England whatsoever with this Lee Carsley guy. Obviously, we all know who we got next. Certain German, but we'll discuss it
return,
after.
man.
But yeah. So I haven't really. Yeah, there we go, Mr. Tommy T, absolute legend. But we'll dig into that after. But yeah, just been bang at it really in my personal life. Not really watched much football, but obviously with this news coming out over the last 48 hours about Tuchel taking over as England boss, it's made me want to watch England again. I will be watching England quite a lot now. Now he's in charge, so happy days. Hopefully we can.
I've never felt more
second step.
patriotic in years.
Yeah, I was literally supporting Jamaica up until this news. Now I'm gonna probably go and cut myself England top and probably team number 1 at the back or something, because I love the guy and I'm sure he'll do well with this England team.
Facts. Just before we really get into all the news and everything, I want to shout out our sponsors. We are sponsored by Omely, and with Omely, it's time to get into the game. Omely brings fans together like never before and lets them take center stage, whether you want to host a live show, jump in as a guest, listen in, or simply connect with other passionate supporters. Omely is the place where true football conversations happen. So with Omely, every fan has a voice in real time. You don't have to just type comments. It's a platform where you don't just follow the game in the news, but you live it. And the more you engage, the more recognition you earn. So, guys, get involved. Download Omely right now. The link is down in the description below. And let's bring football fans home. Big up to Omely. Big up to the sponsors. And let's get straight into the Tuchel news, because I know your stance on it. I could just tell just based off the intro. Why is there a select minority moaning about the fact that he's not English? Like, do we really have to have this culture where we always have something to complain about? Like, everyone and their nan knew Southgate wasn't good enough for us. I could bring up the list of English managers, and bar Eddie Howe, it's a mid-pack. There's no one good there. What, Sean Dyche, Neil Warnock, if he's even still managing, Gerrard and Lampard. Like, is this what we want? Yeah, Graham Potter, but he's still getting the payout money from us, so he ain't interested in anything else. Where is the actual talent in the English pool of managers? I understand, like, people say you should be winning with everyone from your nation. But I don't care like that. I want to actually just see England win something for once in our lives. Like, we were at a point in the Euros where we got to the final, and I was openly telling everyone, I'm only here for the day out. I'm only here to have a couple drinks and link up with my mates. You think we're winning this? Haha. The fact that we even made the final was hilarious. We should have been knocked out every single step of the way. Yeah. Well, what's your thoughts been on the whole situation?
100%. I believe the Euros are shambolic, mate. Let's be real about it. We was lucky. looking to get free. If it wasn't for that Bellingham overhead kick last minute, mate, it would have been on that early flight. So we got lucky, and there was no tactical plan. We were seeing Harry Kane playing defensive midfield most of the tournament, dropping that deep that I thought he was a centre back. So where's the tactics? Where's the game plan? There was nothing like that with Southgate. With Carsley, the same thing against Greece. What the hell was we doing? No striker. We was playing no one in the striker. I think the furthest person up the field was Cole Palmer in number 9. When you've got Ollie Watkins on the bench, so this goes to show that these English managers haven't got a clue what they're doing. And with Tuchel, we all know what you're getting. The guy is a tactical genius. He knows how to win games, especially in cup scenarios. The guy that's what he does best. I think in the league not so good, but in cups the guy shines because he knows how to set up for each game, and he goes out to win with intent. So yeah, obviously, it's gonna be sour for some fans because he's German. Yeah, but put it like this: if it was Klopp, he was the manager, we wouldn't be having this conversation. And the only reason people have this conversation about Tuchel is because he's an ex-Chelsea manager plus German. So obviously people are like, yeah, let's jump in the bandwagon now. We don't want him in. But if it was Klopp, would they have had the same energy? I don't think they would have, because obviously he's not no links to Chelsea. So I think he's the best man for the job right now. If it wasn't Pep, it would have to be Tuchel. And for us to get him through the door, man, everyone should be happy. We got a manager who's got proven winning pedigree at the Champions League, the French League. Didn't do so well in the German League, but he came to England and done reasonably well. So, like, you know what? Everyone should be happy just because he's
I want to
got
show you this, innit?
a German
So
passport.
Germany would never consider appointing an Englishman as head of their own formidable national team, and rightly so. Appointment of foreign manager goes against everything international football exists for. Sam Wallace, all right? Now, I want to show you this from 3 days before. Could the FA really shoot for the stars and go for Pep as England manager? This is the English media for you. On one day, it's like, yeah, we should shoot for the stars and try to get Pep. The next, why are we getting a German? Why are we getting a foreigner?
Because he's German. Because he's German. That's what it is. But more than because he's German, it's because he's ex-Chelsea. Think about it now.
I mean, the media's always hated us. You're not wrong.
Yeah, of course. All of us Chelsea fans now jumping up. I am happy to see that we've got an ex-Chelsea gaffer as England manager. Let's think, we've got all the bragging rights now. We've got all the songs. We've got everything. It's just like England Chelsea. We're going to start seeing fucking Ruben Loftus-Cheek coming back. We're going to see Chilwell running down the left.
It's reminding me about Ruben. He couldn't get a look in under Southgate.
Yeah.
Maybe because he's a foreign manager, he might have more appreciation for the other leagues. Because Southgate didn't give a damn. As soon as you leave England, I don't care unless your name's Bellingham.
We could potentially see Tomori coming back. We could start seeing ex-Chelsea boys coming back. I doubt we'll see Mason Matt in the camp because, I think that's fully covered. But there's going to be a lot more Chelsea boys coming back that he's worked with. And I feel like this is good for England. This is good for us that we've got a Chelsea guy that we know who we love and we know who's reliable in the mix of things. And hopefully we can, this World Cup coming up, hopefully we can win it.
Well, I feel like we've got a much better chance now. Like, we actually have a squad that's capable of going the distance. It's just the manager. I've always said, last season with Poch and everything, like, a good manager is a difference maker. If you ain't got a good coach, you can forget achieving anything. So I'm glad we've got a serial cup winner, even though people try and act like it's something to beat him with. Like, it's another thing I've never understood, but I won't even get into that tangent. Someone who's great at cup winners it's a bonus. It's a bonus because you like winning trophies at the end of the season, not being trophyless like we've been for the last 2 years. But shout out to Tuchel. Hope he brings it home. I hope everyone who complains about it sees how stupid they look when they're celebrating us winning a potential trophy. But moving away from that, there was some more good news over the international break. We did nearly a clean sweep of the Barclays and EA monthly awards. John Duran got goal of the month, sadly, but it was a banger against Everton. I can't even really be too annoyed about it. But Enzo Maresca, manager of the month in his second full month in charge at Chelsea. Cole Palmer, just doing Cole Palmer things. I'm not even really shocked about it at this point, but how does it feel in terms of seeing the trajectory of where Chelsea's going and the fact that we're already pulling these sorts of awards early in the season?
I feel like on a individual aspects, it's brilliant to see. I feel like, yeah, fully deserved. I think the run that we went on was exceptional. I think tactically we was perfect. I think he's brought more of a stable unit. I feel like defensively we look better. There's more attacking cohesion and there's a game plan. I think um, he deserved it. No ifs or buts. And I thought with Palmer as well, scoring 4 in the first half of one game, that probably won it him just by itself. Regardless of any other game, scoring 4 goals in 30 minutes, that's probably got him over the line. So Palmer's always going to be in the mix for that. But on a whole, not getting too carried away with it. Okay, like it's good to be positive. It's good to be like excited and happy. But at the same time, individual accolades don't mean anything. We are Chelsea. We need to start winning team trophies, and until we win a team trophy, that's when you'll see me jumping the celebrate. But yeah, of course, it's good to see on the socials that we're winning stuff, but it moves on to the next one. Until we see us win any kind of team trophy, how can any of us be celebrating it? But it is good. It is good signs.
It's just good in terms of trajectory of where we're going.
Yeah, of course.
That early into the season, we're already doing well, but these next few fixtures are going to tell us a lot as well.
Tests will come. Tests will come. And like I said, we spoke about the Nottingham game, and me and you both agreed that defensively it's going to be a hard game. Like, this is going to be something different. Can we break down 2 banks of 4? Can we take a chances when we need to? And we failed the test. And you know,
I think we did better in the test than what I thought as well.
Yeah,
ultimately failed because we didn't win the game.
No, we did.
We actually broke them down. We actually made a lot of chances, especially going 1-0 down. I thought it was curtains. Then Noni scores against a low block, which he struggled with against Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Like, my problem was, like, João Felix would have had his shot on target. I think Nkunku's miss is a little bit unlucky, and the rest comes down to just Sells being a madman at the end. It's annoying. It's kind of similar to the Palace game.
Yeah.
Worldy goalkeeping saves. The only difference is, like, they actually had threat in our final third, where Palace didn't.
Palace didn't do it. Forest didn't bring anything to the table at all. I think, yeah, Chris Wood always a threat in behind with his hold at play and his aggression and his strength. But they didn't really bring anything to the table. We just knew what they was going to do. They was going to sit.
At the end of the game, there was a couple chances. Yeah, Sanchez had to pull out a few saves.
Yeah, 2 banks of 4, and they're going to hit us on the counter, and that's the way we've seen Wolves play all the years, counter-attacking football. And you know, Mudryk came off the bench, brilliant run down the line. No one got near him on the counter. Brilliant cross back post to Nkunku, and he couldn't quite finish it off. Great save by Salah. So little attention to detail, little bits of you know, if we had taken that chance last minute, we would have been talking about something different, but we never. So we moved to the next one. But it's good encouraging signs that we can play against a low block team. But we both said it's about taking chances, and you know, we had that one chance where Madueke scored, but there was plenty of others where we could have won. So we've got to be more clinical for us to win in these kind of games.
Facts. I think it's a little bit of a learning curve for us. And even with that in mind, I'm still a little bit happy with the way that we played in that game. It's just, again, the couple of better finishers would have been the difference maker. Is what it is in that regard. But we move to Liverpool. Yeah. Anfield away, one of the toughest fixtures of the season for us. Low-key, I'm happy with the time that's coming as well, because I think this is the right time for us to make a statement. I think that's the biggest thing about this game. It's about earning respect. We don't really have a lot of respect on our name. I think people are looking at us a little bit differently to last season. But even then, it's the question mark. How are we going to do against the bigger teams? How are we going to do later on in the season once teams figure us out? And Liverpool and Chelsea, like, they're both on upward trajectories with their new manager. Obviously, Liverpool to a higher extent because they're top of the table, but they also have a spine. They also kind of had the same individuals over the last number of years, whereas we've rebuilt our entire squad over 2 years. Both managers are doing their thing. And I expect both managers to go out and try and get the victory in this game too. You've been watching a lot more Liverpool than I have. So what have you made of their style of play under Slot this season?
it's a total different kind of ball game. I think under Klopp it was a high pressing, aggressive, looking to get the ball up very quickly, and rock star kind of football. Wing back straight out. They used to play a lot of wide play with Trent and Robinson overlapping all the time. Salah coming inside, but now it's more of a calculated, slow approach where they pull players at position and look to get you down the wings more. So look to get you on the wings on the one-on-one rather than the play coming always down the wing. So I've just made a few notes from the last game, and tactically it's different. The overload plays in the middle. So what you'll find is Sabasly, Gravenberch, and McAllister. Um, Van Dijk and also Canute, they'll have 6 in the middle and they'll play the ball in the middle, little touches to themselves, and then that will leave Robertson and Trent out on the flank. So what they'll do is they'll suck everybody in the middle, and then when everyone's sucked into it, they'll then look to get you on the wing. So that's a style of play that they've been using. Also, one thing that I can say about Liverpool now is Alisson being injured. That's a massive part about their play because what they're now doing is Alisson, Canute, and Van Dijk are literally playing in the free. So what they're doing, they're playing the free between you, they suck you in, 2 there, and then Ryan Gravenberch should be on the half turn just behind so they can pop it into him. He can turn that and play out. So with Alisson being injured, I believe they'll change their. I don't think they'll want to play that risky kind of football. So maybe we can capitalize on that. And if we press up the pitch highly and lock onto Canute and Van Dijk, maybe we can get some joy there because I don't feel like they're going to keep that same kind of play with Alisson being injured.
It'll definitely be weaker, especially from playing out the back.
Yeah.
But it just sounds like this is going to be a really big match for Enzo Fernandez.
It's a tactical. It's in that middle of the park. It's going to be mayhem. That's where Liverpool look to suck you in with those 3 in the middle. So I believe, me personally, and we had this discussion a couple of weeks ago, I think Lavia would suit this game more than Enzo. I feel like he's more physical. I feel like he's going to want to trap back more. I feel like he's better at interceptions. And I feel like he can cover the ball more. And he can also carry the ball into the other player's half with his running skills as well. With Enzo, he's not physical enough. He doesn't read the danger enough. And I feel like he's the weak man for us in that middle. As much as we want to believe that he's a good player, but I feel like in this game he will get exposed. So if Lavia is fit,
I don't think they're going to give him any time on the ball. And even with time, he's kind of struggled with his passing a little bit.
He is the weak link. And I can see the tactics. I can see if Enzo gets the ball, I think they're going to get around him quickly and then they look to get him to lose the ball. I think with Lavia, I think if his strength, he could be able to hold off players better, and he's got an eye for a forward pass as well. So Lavia, for me, with Casado in the middle, would be a better combination than Enzo. I think Enzo's going to be a weak man for us in that middle on Sunday.
Same. Like, I hope he proves us wrong. I really do. But in terms of the season that he's had, it's only been like 2 standout games from him, and it's not really been that impressive, which is why I'm kind of with you. But I just don't think Enzo's going to do it anyway. I think we're going to see a very similar to 11 from what we've seen the last few games. Obviously, with the suspensions to Cucurella and Fofana, you'll see Tosin and Renato Vega hop into the 11, which I'm not really too worried about, in all honesty. I'm interested to see how Vega handles being up against Mo Salah. And I think as well, like, this is a very good opportunity for him to make a name for himself. I'm calling this Vega's legacy game because he's got a great opportunity and he's had a very good start to the season for us. It's just not really been against any opposition that you can flex. Now, to do it against Liverpool and to shut out Salah, that's a big statement.
This is his first game to test himself, and I've said for the last few weeks he's been one of the key players. He's been brilliant, and I feel like that goal against Gent gave him more confidence, and it was fully deserved that he got that goal. And to think of him as well, he's so versatile. I think in this game, being an inverted left back is going to be important. I feel like with Liverpool, if we were in their half and the way that Liverpool break, if he was inverted and he's covering the central positions, I think he's got a massive role to play in stopping them from getting down the middle. So it's going to be a game of tactics. It's going to be who's going to be tactically set up, who's got the best player for player, who can win their one-on-one duels. And I feel like Viega's got a massive chance to stake a claim for not only the next game after that, but the game after that. If he does well, that left back position could become his own, because Cucurella has been pretty decent this season. We all know Chilwell's going to be at the door, but you never know. This could be the breakthrough game for Viega to say, you know what, this is my position, I'm taking it. You just never know where it could get him to. So you are right. Hopefully he does step up in it and he has a good game.
Same thing with Tosin as well. I think Tosin will actually give us a little bit more aerial threat. That, and we know the passing out of the back should be really solid between him and Levi Colwill. Caicedo as well. Vega, not really seen enough that's too worrying about his pass. If anything, from the Ghent game, his passing's a lot better than what we give it credit for. So hopefully we can play through their press a little bit and just take our chances. I think for me, my main aim is just don't go into halftime losing, because we have a habit of being a lot better in second halves than we do in first halves. I really rate Maresca's game management. Games like Forest, maybe the subs could be a bit quicker, but that's just nitpicking in all honesty. I genuinely think we come out of second halves a lot better. So as long as we're not losing, I have faith that we can take something from this game. Just something in general.
Yeah, and also obviously going into some injury news and that. What can we say? This is unreal times for Chelsea. We have got 0 injuries.
Even Reece is back.
Well, I don't think he'll play. I think he'll be on the bench.
If I see him on the bench, I'll be happy.
Yeah, it will definitely not start. But and this is what strikes me, Louis. Sorry, yeah, it's got to have been something to do with Pochettino's training methods. To consider we've got 0 injuries now, and the amount of injuries we had. I've seen a report about this time last year. We had 10 injuries at this point last year.
We had about 10 at any point last season.
Yeah, it's got to have been down to Pochettino's training methods. It's got to have been. Because why?
Bro, have you not seen with the US? 4 players have already dropped out of international duty with injuries.
And they lost against Mexico. I give their
first time in 5 years.
Yeah, well, there you go. And people are calling you out saying, why does Lewis Pochettino so much? We all could see that the guy was still Tottenham. He was Spursy to fuck, let's say. Yeah, if everything across the board.
You know what the Pochinners are saying now? Oh, why don't we all just move on? Yeah, you lot weren't saying the same thing when we lost to Manchester City on game week 1. Like I said, all of you, man, who tried to cuss me out over wanting Poch sacked and celebrating his sacking, you better hope we have a terrible season. Otherwise, every week for this season, I'm reminding people, every single week, every chance I get, because you, man, forgot where the standards are of this football club. Man accepted 14th in April, or what was it, 11th in April, something lower half of the table in April, and we were happy to take that. I even saw this earlier today. If there's ever been a bigger indictment of how low the standards dropped under Pochettino, look at this. We sit in 7th after game week 36. Yeah. Are you kidding me? This was a genuine tweet. And what date was this? May the 6th. May the 6th. And we were flexing getting into a European spot. Because that's how low Pochettino had the standards dropping. And everyone drank the Kool-Aid saying, give him time, it's a process. Maresca barely talks about a process. Do you want to know why? You can see it.
Yeah,
good managers don't have to tell you about a process. You watch it and you see it for yourself.
Listen, the guys come in, they set us up, and we all can see the differences straight away. Look, like, you don't have to be a football analyst to see the difference within this team. There's just little things, set plays on the defense, set plays on the attack, and we're not just playing the ball around the back. The ball's going forward. We're getting players in the one-on-one. Mudueke, Palmer, all getting players into one-on-ones. There's a game plan. There's tactics. The players are getting told what to do. This wasn't happening last year. And
last season it was literally freedom.
Yeah. And why all of a sudden now we've got no injuries, and this time last year we got 10. So it goes to show there was something going on in his training methods. And Like I'm looking now, we've got no players injured. This is amazing shit. We've got a full team to choose from.
You
So
see the
we're
way
going to
Levi Cole constantly indirects him with every press conference.
what does it?
Yeah, he's like, oh, like the West Ham game or no, the Brighton game, for example. He was talking about that was a lot easier than it would have been last season, for example. Or talking about enjoying his football again because everyone's praising him. Last year, the narrative on him was completely different because we had him overlapping as a left back. Imagine saying now that you would be playing Levi Colwill as a left back. You'd be laughed out of any building that you went in. Here, we acted like it was a good thing just because Pochettino said so.
Only at last resort you play at my left back, but we had other options and we used playing Lever Cole left back. Like, what do you see in Lever Cole? The guy's not a left. The guy doesn't want to go forward. Lever Cole wants to sit and he wants to dictate the play from the back. He doesn't want to be driving forward.
No, it was height. It was just height.
Yeah.
He's the height queen.
Yeah. And these are the things that struck us out last year. But now we're seeing everything across the board. Like I said, we've got manager of the month, even on the women's side as well. Sonia Bompasta, she got the woman of the ladies.
Well, the women's team, you already know what you're getting with them. They're just brilliant.
Yeah. So to be fair to it, gave me Tuchel and what's her name? Tuchel and Thingy vibes when I seen the
Emma Hayes.
Emma Hayes. I got that kind of vibe. Sorry, Emma Hayes, forget your name. Apologies. Club legend. But yeah, it's all good news. All good news. And I am so happy that we're going into this game with no injuries. I think like got a full team to pick from. I'm sure the lads are going to be really looking forward to it. I feel like last year, I went to the game at Anfield last year with no hope whatsoever. And within 20, 30 minutes, the game was done. 20, 30 minutes.
I'm saying it's the most amped up I've been for a Liverpool v Chelsea match in ages.
Are you going, are you? You going?
No.
Yeah. So I'll be there on Sunday. And I feel like I'm going to the game excited. Last year, I was going there thinking I was going there for the crack. This time, I feel like we're going there and potentially we can win. And that's something I haven't had this vibe since Bowley era. The last time I went to Anfield feeling that we'd get something was when we had Roman Abramovich as chairman, and this is how long it's been. So now we can see things going the right way. Can we go to Anfield? Can we put on a good performance? You know, that's all we want to see. Even if we lose, I just want to see us looking like we've gone there with some kind of tactical game plan, gone there, look like it seems that we've gone there to try and win. Not like last year when it was just like 11 headless chickens running around the pitch. We didn't know.
Our structure last time was ridiculous.
Awful. It didn't look like. I was standing there. I was like, "What are we pressing them? Are we sitting back? Is it a high line? Is it a low block? What was it? It was like it was everything mixed in one." So this year, I'm sure we'll have some kind of tactical game plan, and I'm sure we'll kind of do well. I hope so, anyway.
Yeah, me too. I'm just trying to see if I can find. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Knew I would find it. Throwback to last season.
Oh my life.
Throwback to last season. Enzo, by the way, was off pressing the goalkeeper because that's what our manager wanted him doing. So shuttle runs, have 10 touches of the ball in game.
So that's our only midfielder.
There we go. That's it. Look at the state of that. Look, and we were playing a high line with Disasi at right back and Thiago Silva. You know, we were so lucky that Darwin Núñez had the most crossbar hits of a player in Premier League history since records began. Yeah, otherwise, it would have been 8-1.
Yeah, the penalty. But look at that, though. Just look at this. Like, even me, as an amateur coach, why would you allow Disasi to be so wide with Luis Diaz, probably one of the best players in the one-on-one in the Prem? That game, literally, me and my dad have said, we was blaming Disasi for it, but it's not Disasi's fault. He was left exposed on the one-on-one duel with Luis Diaz all game. Like,
Disasi is slow and turns like a truck. You play him at right back, whatever happens is your own fault. And then you play Thiago Silva at right centre back next to him. You against Núñez and Diaz, you know what you're asking for. And then don't forget Caicedo left in an island by himself. We're lucky we can see Enzo in this clip.
So was actually playing at the back?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. This was the man that everybody wanted to defend relentlessly at the end of last season. And again, you lot wonder why I won't stop talking about it. To you, man, in the chat who asked me to keep moving on, I am not going to keep moving on. Look what you wanted at Chelsea. Look what you wanted to keep at this club. And you want to say that I'm just being negative for clicks and everything. No, I want this club to succeed. You lot wanted Poch to succeed so you could be correct. We're not letting you forget. Win or lose. And God forbid, if we lose on Sunday, don't let any of you lot come back out of your shells talking about, oh, Pochettino, this, that, and the other. I'll start cooking you again, even with the defeat. Miss me with that crap.
Even if we lose, we'll lose with some time. Look at that. Look.
It won't be 4-1.
I have seen better setups at Sunday league level. Like, you got your centre midfielder playing to the other centre midfielder with a crowd of men round him. So as soon as that ball goes in to the trap, then it's going to come round you, hug you, and get the ball. So what kind of setup is? There was no setup at all in that game. That was probably, I ain't going to lie, that's probably one of the worst games I've ever been to last year. There was a couple of occasions where I've seen Chelsea, Man United and Liverpool away were two of the worst away days I've ever witnessed in my life.
Man United away was when I parked it off for the rest of the season. I'm like, I'm done. Done.
And it's down to the manager, and it's no coincidence that Enzo Maresca has now set us up properly and is getting manager of the month, because everyone can see the change round from last season to this season. There's now stability within the team. There's more fluidity through the channels. So it's looking good, and hopefully we can see that against Liverpool Sunday.
Yeah, hopefully so. Just to wrap up, score prediction. What are you feeling?
So you want to do the predicted lineups, or do you think the team picks itself?
Yeah, because bar the suspensions and everything, I don't expect to see any changes. I think it'll be the same team as Forest.
So you wouldn't have Enzo for Lavia?
I would make the change. I don't think we're gonna do it. So I think the lineup that you're gonna see is the same thing, except Vega in and Tosin in for the suspended players.
Yeah. Okay. Predicted scoreline. Feeling rather confident. Feeling very confident. Feeling like we're going to have a good game. But on the flip side, I'm for the way Liverpool. I'm not going to get my hopes built up expecting anything like a win. I believe that Liverpool will be favourites. I believe that they'll get plenty of chances because the way we play now, I thought the high line will do Liverpool favours. I think the way we want to counter press and get up the pitch will leave space in behind for Diaz and other players to expose. I think we'll get caught a couple of times. I feel like 2-1 to Liverpool, and that's just me being honest. I'd like to say we'd win, but I'll be lying to you. I feel like Liverpool, I think it'd be a good game. I think we'll play well, but I think they'll just about do it. I think 2-1 Liverpool would be a reasonable result.
Hey, you're just being honest to yourself, so I respect that. For me, though, I'll be so real. I'm saying 1-0. I'm saying 1-0. I want us to make a statement, and I'm thinking.
Under not honestly think Chelsea are going to win.
We can. Whether we will or not, I genuinely don't know. But this is the first time where I'm going down thinking, okay, we can take 3 points. Certain things need to fall in our favor, them being a little bit sloppy going forward and everything. But I do think we're going to score, and maybe there'll just be enough luck to shut them out for 90 minutes. Maybe. Vega legacy game and all of that. Robert Sanchez on job one more time. You never know. But could go either way. It really could. But guys, let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in. Hope you guys have enjoyed the show and everything. Potter on to side. And yeah, hopefully we're back after another victory. Because boy, if we leave Anfield with 3 points, you already know what mood I'm going to be in after that. But I ain't going to say too much because we have to get the 3 points first. Big up to everybody. Like, subscribe, up the